Good evening. My name is Janet Leigh, and I've got a secret.
I've Got a Secret, brought to you tonight by Contact, the new decongestant capsule that gives up to 12 hours relief, all day or all night relief for pet cold congestion. New Contact. Now, here is I've Got a Secret, starring Gary Moore.
Hello out there in TV land. Good to see you again, and welcome to yet another edition of I've Got a Secret. I'm sure I do. If I appear a little nervous at that time, it's because of something that is going to happen during the last 5 minutes of tonight's show. I urge you to stay tuned for the last 5 minutes. I may not be here to see it if things don't work right, but you will, and it'll be terribly exciting, I promise you. But now that you've heard about my problems, let's meet our panel, who will soon be facing some problems of their own. First, there is Bill Cullen and Betsy Palmer, then a sadly empty saddle, and Bess Myerson. That's quite a... The fourth member of our panel just returned from the wild and woolly West. Last week on our show, Roy Rogers brought along some excerpts from a monologue that Henry Morgan had written called The Truth About Cowboys. Now, as you might suspect, Henry's observations about the American cowboy were rather one-sided. In the interest of fairness, therefore, we sent Henry out to Roy Rogers' ranch to meet and work with some real cowboys. So here he is back, the Purple Sage Kid himself, Two-Gun Henry Morgan. Well, welcome back.
You got tobacco in your mouth?
No, just my tongue.
Henry, I know that the cowboys on the Rogers Ranch were listening to your observations about them last week. What was their reaction when they met you?
Well, the truth is that these are sort of superior cowboys. They make a lot of dough. They're very bright. But they still do not care for a discouraging word.
The song is right.
Yeah, the song is right.
The song is right. All right. Now, oh, by the way, did you... sometimes you have fun with these things, sometimes you don't. Did you have a good time on the ranch?
I gotta confess, I had a ball.
Oh,
good.
I had a B-A-double-L.
Oh, what all did you do?
Mostly I played with Trigger.
No kidding.
One of the great... I prefer Trigger to anybody I know. It's a horse, but a dog.
Is this the original Trigger?
The original Trigger. Now, a lot of people ask this. They say, well, it mustn't be the original Trigger because it's been going on so long. Mm-hmm. I met the original Trigger, who is 31.
31 years old.
And is still on Roy's ranch, and Roy rides him occasionally. And the way they explain it is they say the horse runs like a bat, but not as far as he used to.
I think that's true of a lot of people I know.
Yeah.
Henry, we took some few movies while you were out there. If you would explain, what is this?
That's the trailer that they carry Trigger and Trigger Jr. in.
Henry,
it's a big, long... All right, dear. It's a big, long trailer. I am now explaining how you handle a burro. They said...
That's not Trigger.
No, that's a burro. And they said, try. I said, well, I can handle anything. Look, he's smaller than I am, the roughest top... Oh, this is Trigger.
This is the current Trigger.
This is the working Trigger, and he has 4 white stockings and this white blaze down the front. And the gentlest, calmest, most brilliant horse. He is just a... Well, here he's imitating me.
A sneering horse.
Right, the best afternoon with this kid. Now, this looks silly, but it's true. That's the way you wash Trigger.
Not in a white-on-white shirt.
Yes, you wear other clothes, but I didn't have any. So this is really what you do. And he loves it. What happened?
It looks like it ought to feel good. That's all we have. Is that all you got out of the whole thing? Out of the whole thing, that's all we got.
Oh, dear, we did so much more. Well, right.
Henry, welcome back to the East.
No, thank you very much.
Welcome back. Now, we will meet our special guest in just a moment, but first, let's watch this.
Gee, we had some...
This Christmas, as every Christmas, every woman alive wants Chanel No. 5 perfume, the most treasured name in perfume. And here are more ways to please the women in your life. Chanel No. 5 Spray Perfume and Spray Cologne. Spray Perfume. 225 measured sprays of Chanel No. 5. Spray Cologne. Over 1,000 measured sprays of Chanel No. 5 Cologne. Spray Cologne. Now it's refillable. Give Chanel No. 5 in classic bottle, or spray perfume, or refillable spray cologne. Best of all, give all three. Every woman alive wants Chanel No. 5, the most treasured name in perfume.
You've been telling us what you want to see. Now you can make it happen. Go to BUZZRPlay.com or our Facebook page, and you can pick our Sunday night lineup. You ready? We're ready! Plus, just by voting, you could win a fabulous trip. Hurry, vote and enter by October 12th. Buzzer Pick and Play Sunday. We're waiting.
Now, my friends, it is time for us to meet our special guest for tonight. She has just returned from a South American tour for the United States Information Service. She is now headed back to Hollywood to star in a new movie to be called The Manchurian Candidate. Here is lovely Janet Leigh. Welcome home.
Nice to be home, I'll tell you.
And obviously, Janet, you have been doing your Christmas shopping early.
Well, not all of it, just the hard part. That's trying to find the unusual and interesting gifts. And I brought some along to show you in the panel.
Oh, good. Are we going to have to wait till Christmas to open them up?
No, they can open these tonight. It may take you until Christmas to figure out what they are, but that's your problem.
Well, I think everybody is plagued with the idea of finding the unusual in the way of a gift. But before the panel gets to look at the ones that you brought along for them, you said that you had one special gift idea that might be of particular use to me. Where is it?
Well, that's part of my secret, so let me whisper it to you.
Oh, pray do. Well, so far it sounds like something I would be interested in. What is it? Oh, Panel, the clue to Janet Leigh's secret concerns the fact that she has not solved my Christmas shopping problem. It also concerns something that she has, and we might as well start right off with Bill Cullen, please.
Janet, the thing that you have, is it alive?
No.
Was it ever? In its present form? Not its present form, but I mean like a stuffed something or a... Gary's going to hold me.
I have to say
Yes, it was once animate.
Was
Yes.
it animal? When it...
Yes?
Has it been preserved?
I'm sorry?
Has it been preserved in some way?
In some way.
$20 down, $60 to go, and we go, please, now to Betsy Palmer.
A stuffed animal?
He said it, I didn't.
But you were going along with the whole bit, Janet.
Oh, no.
No? It was animal to begin with instead of vegetable or mineral.
True.
And it's something that's inanimate now, but was alive at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Shrunken head.
A shrunken head? Is it something that we would find just walking, around in New York, not
Yes,
walking?
shrunken head there.
I don't think so.
Certainly not in its present
It comes
form.
from another part of the world, then, more likely. Oh, from maybe South America, where you were.
No.
$40 down, $40 to go. We go, please, to Henry Morgan.
Janet, is it leather?
I'm sorry?
Is it leather?
No.
That was smart.
Oh, thanks. It didn't work, but thanks.
that out in the rain.
Was it, this is a preserved animal, you said.
No,
No.
I didn't say. He
Yes,
said it.
Bill said and you said yes.
No. He said a stuffed animal or something, and the buzzer rang.
Well, is it of the nature of leather? That is, in that it was living and they treated it and it's usable now.
Well, I said no to that it was leather. But you say, is it in the nature of leather?
Yes.
I would have to say, in that sense, yes.
We'll even go so far as to say that it is partially leather. $60 down, $20 to go. You agree?
Crocodiles.
Excuse me, just have a
A
second.
consultation. Oh, that's right, yes.
All right, fine. And so we go, please, now to Bess.
Partially leather. Janet, do you have this with you?
Yes.
Can I see it?
from where I'm sitting?
No.
No. Is it fabric? Is it fabric? Let me ask you something. I have a...
You have a sneaking suspicion that what?
Because Janet is wearing a beautiful long red velvet evening coat, and I thought possibly she had a little something on underneath that would have to do with the...
If not, the show is going off the air awfully early tonight.
She may not take the coat off.
Panel, a clue to Janet Leigh's secret concerns, well, the evening coat that she has on, you must agree, is most attractive. But it really does not do justice to what she is wearing beneath it. So why don't you go backstage, change into something more appropriate, add a few accessories, and this delay will give the ladies in our audience a chance to move a little closer to their television sets. More importantly, it'll give time for the men in our audience to think of some excuse to get out of the house. Janet Leigh's secret panel is that she is wearing a dress designed by Leo Ritter for Ritter Brothers, so naturally the dress is made of fur. The pelt of a fur is leather. True?
Yeah.
Right.
And what she is wearing is $18,000 worth of white mink fur, to be exact, in a dress. Look.
What do we have behind that curtain?
A new dining room set.
Beautiful patio furniture.
Beautiful modern furniture.
You have a beautiful living room set.
Let's make a deal. Furnishing the fun. Weeknights at 8 on BUZZR.
Come on and model it for us. Isn't that something? Look at the dress of it. I wish we could give it to you, but it isn't that kind of a show. Let me say before we get deluged with telephone calls that this is a one-of-a-kind item, the only white mink dress in existence. It is made of 90 skins, and panel, as you can see, the dress has a matching coat. And what about the coat? It is trimmed with...
It also is of white mink, trimmed with Empress chinchilla, and it sells for $20,000.
Isn't that nice?
Remind me to tell Tony when he gets...
Oh, sure, I will. He'd kill me. I think everybody will agree. Pardon?
The whole, it's 38. You said 18, but the coat's extra?
Yes, sure. 18 for the dress. But at the...
Not with coat.
At the store, they have free parking, though. Janet, thank you for modeling this for us. We have a few minutes to look at the gifts that you brought the panel, and they can keep them as long as they can figure out what they are.
That's right.
I mean, if we can't figure it out, we can't keep some. We can't.
Oh, we might change our mind. I don't know.
We make it generous. It's the Christmas gift.
The first one is for Bill.
Right? There you are.
Bill's a great gadget man. Bill, guess what this is?
That's a miniature of Jane Mansfield's bathtub.
Extreme miniature. It's an instrument of some kind. You play it.
You play it?
Yes.
May I have the beverage, please?
Well, there's a story of my life right there.
No, first of all, I gotta turn it on.
I didn't do it.
Oh, yes, you broke it. You did so, you broke it.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. It might work, but oh, yeah, it did. Now, I turn it on.
There's a thing that does.
I think it'll work without it. That represents a drink, right?
Yes. Oh, I want it. Is that mine? I want it. Yeah. All right.
Is that mine? All right, if you want it, that's yours, although you didn't guess.
Oh, but it's a booby.
Don't drink. Don't drink.
Oh, really?
Would you help me assemble this? You'll take that. I'll hand the other part to you.
Thank you.
Oh, I bet you I know what that is.
Do you know what it is?
Yes. Because I think I've seen ladies posing with it, you know, in magazines.
All right, take it again.
Something that my waistline could use at this point very much.
Well, tell the audience what it is.
It's an exerciser, and you use it for building up things about you.
Will you brace the panel desk, please, and I will pretend that this is against the wall. You do exercises with it, like...
Isn't that wonderful? My baby will be the most athletic baby in the whole world.
all kinds of things you can do with it if I can remember.
Do you know, I've really been wanting one of these. Gary, be careful.
Just gonna
Don't split your...
You can have have that. Give it to the good doctor. Henry, what have we for Henry?
Henry.
Just what I always...
Well, Henry has to guess, and...
I can guess that I don't want it.
Oh, Henry, that's so wonderful.
Oh, I don't want it. I'll bet you $1,000 I don't want it.
You know what it is?
Well, Bess, will you come out here and help us model this, if you will?
See if you can get it. If it belongs to Henry,
It's that underwear that keeps you hot and cold.
That's
at
a
the
dress
same time.
form that you can
It's what?
reshape. It's a dress form that you can make shape to your own body, right?
That's exactly what it is. It can be molded into your form. You button it all up, and it gets molded. It's called My Double is the name of it.
And if you learn how to sew, you can make me a new dress.
And if you change weight or something, you don't have to have a whole new form.
That's right. If you get larger, you can expand it. If you get smaller, you can...
That's for Henry.
Is it for a man or for a
Well,
woman?
it's for women.
For a woman.
The women, see, we mold it. You put the... I don't mold it.
Easy, boy.
You mold it. What?
Watch that. I'll help.
Henry, we'll give that to you, and you can give it to anybody you choose.
I hate it.
Janet, thank you very, very much. If I don't see you before, Merry, Merry Christmas
And
to
to
you.
all of you, Merry
We got something for you. We'll be back with you right again after this important message.
Hate it.
Now, all day or all night relief from head cold congestion with continuous action medication. New Contact Continuous Action Capsules. Contact's unique formula gives all day or all night relief, decongests nasal passages, dries runny nose, relieves sneezing. With ordinary remedies, unless you take pill after pill, your symptoms return every few hours. But New Contact gives all day or all night relief. Each capsule contains over 600 tiny time pills. Some go to work right away for fast relief. The rest dissolve slowly in your digestive system. They release medication drop by drop into your bloodstream for up to 12 hours relief, up to 8 hours longer than one dose of any leading cold pill. Take one Contact capsule for all day or all night relief. Next time you have a cold, get Contact.
Primetime Buzz. TV just wouldn't be the same without it. Weeknights starting at 8 on BUZZR.
Now, my friends, normally at this point, we would have another secret for the panel to work on, and in the due course of events, the panel would either guess it or we would reveal it to everyone. And then we'd all say goodnight to each other. We would go our separate ways and go home and get a good sleep. But not tonight. The gentleman that I'm about to introduce has a secret, but panel, you are never going to figure out what it is, nor will you at home. And if it keeps you awake for the next few nights, wondering what it's all about, that's all right, because it's kept me awake for the last 3 or 4 just worrying about my involvement in it. All right? You'll find out more about this in just a moment when you meet our next guest, Mr. Michel de la Vega. Good evening, darling. How do you do? Madame de la Vega. Members of the panel. Now, panel, as you've probably guessed, Monsieur de la Vega is a magician. In a facetious moment earlier this week, I asked him if he could use me in his act. Unfortunately, he agreed. He said he could. And when I told him that I lost sleep over this spot, I wasn't kidding, and you'll see why in a few moments. Monsieur de la Vega, I know that you need the help of the panel on this. Will you proceed, please?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. May I ask one of these gentlemen to come on the stage to verify whether or not there is someone inside the trunk.
Henry?
Don't be afraid. Nothing will happen to make a fool of you.
What do you want me to do?
Examine the trunk, make sure there's nobody inside it, no trapdoor. Well, he'll tell you.
Now, tell us if you see anything. Just a minute, please. Just a minute.
Boy.
There's somebody in there, but I don't care.
Now, tell us if you see anything out of the ordinary or suspicious. Do you see a trapdoor?
No,
A
sir.
sliding door? Anything at all fake? If you want to be completely certain, please, get in the trunk.
Delighted.
Yes. Sit down comfortably.
If I never see you again, I didn't like my present.
Stretch out your legs and arms. Lower your head, please. Lower your head. Et voilà.
He's in. Poor Henry.
You have been looking.
What?
Do you think
Have I
that
disappeared?
several people could get into it?
Was I great?
No.
Henry, don't go away. Stay right where you are.
That's the best trick I ever saw.
First, look at this bag by the light of the spotlight. You can see that there is no zipper, nor any other fastening of the same sort. All the sides are sewn.
Right.
A very honest sack. Don't you agree?
Yes.
Yes. Don't worry. After the trick of the trunk, I want to make you do the same with the bag.
Very good.
My friend Gary,
All right.
you.
Take my shoes off. This is where I start to worry.
Are you going to go away?
Now.
Et voilà.
He hopes not.
What? Oh, here?
Will you be so kind as to make
Bill
two...
calling?
Huh? Yes.
Henry,
Please.
wait right over there by the wings. We'll use Bill for this.
Would you be so kind as to make 2 or 3 knots here around her right trees?
It's his right.
Good.
Well,
I speak very good English, but I don't understand what I say. Good. Now, do the same thing with her other wrist.
Stand still, sweetie.
there.
Very good. Very good assistant.
Yes.
Now, if you don't mind, you will hold the candle.
You can't hold a candle of Gary, Bill.
En français, on dit, si ça ne vous dérange pas, vous tiendrez la chandelle.
That's sealing wax.
Oh.
We will fill the nuts with what? 1, 2. You see?
Yes, we.
Thank you.
You're very lingual. Come sit down.
We will put Gary in the bag. Will you please take one side of the bag? Please. We are going to close the bag.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Will you please make some nuts?
Well,
You are very energetic.
well,
Tie them as tight as you wish, because you are the one who will have to untie them. Have your key ring, yes? To put on the string in order to recognize the same nuts, the same string, the same bag. 2 or 3 nuts, please.
Oh, sorry, I'm working.
Thank you.
Up next, people are actually rewarded for telling lies on To Tell the Truth. Then just try to guess how these folks make a living on What's My Line. Stay tuned.
Now, we will put Gary in the trunk. You under the shoulders, and I by the feet up into the trunk.
Very good idea.
Do you have a good grip?
Well, on something, yes.
Be careful.
I think I got his head.
It's fragile, huh?
Fragile, you think? All right.
All right?
Hello.
Just a minute.
Oh, God.
I don't think he's in the bag anymore.
Gary!
Ever.
He doesn't say anything.
The trunk will now be locked. You verify the lock, please. Would you be so kind as to take the trunk by the handle, please? Here, please.
Oh, on that side. Yep.
Just a minute. Lift it a bit, please. Lift. Thank you. Now, go on to the other side, if you would, please. Lift. Forgive me for making you work this way tonight, but
If
you
Gary
are
disappears, it's worth it.
almost. Go on to the other side.
Oh, boy.
We will lean the trunk backwards so that I can pass the rope under it, you see?
Oh, yes. All right.
You take it, please. You maybe. Thank you. Good. Notice that the rope is going several times around its surface, the float, back, the top, and the bottom. All the sides are safeguarded. Gary, would you stop, please?
That's his knock.
Gary, please. You stop. It's all right. It's all right?
Is he going to take a bath or what?
What? It's all right. I invite you to go to the front of the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, now
Stay there and don't move. You open your eyes and the good one. What is going to happen? Mystery. I close the curtain up.
I now believe in witchcraft.
Half a minute, Henry. Hurry as fast as you can.
Behind my back. The nothing has been done. Nothing has been done. Thank you very much.
We have to say good night, Madame Michelle de la Vega, as we cut the knot. Thank you very much.
Now, here's an important message for you from General Foods.
Meet Dream Whip, the wonderful dessert topping that's white and light and tastes just right.
And you know, Dream Whip just melts in your mouth, not on your desserts. I can whip it up hours before dinner, decorate my desserts, even add the finishing touches. Then when dessert time rolls around, they're all ready to serve. No last-minute rush. And Dream Whip is still fresh as ever. It won't wilt or separate like other toppings.
And if there's any Dream Whip left, you can keep it fresh in your refrigerator for days. Use it later in the week to dress up gingerbread, or perhaps on a pie. So delicious, yet only 17 calories per tablespoon serving. Low in cost, too. Keep several boxes of Dream Whip handy. It'll stay fresh in your kitchen cabinet, ready to use any time you wish. Try Dream Whip soon. Another fine product of General Foods. Dream Whip.
This Palmer's Gone by Anthony Antine. I've Got a Secret has been brought to you tonight by Contact, the new decongestant capsule that gives up to 12 hours relief, all day or all night relief from head cold congestion. New Contact. The preceding program was pre-recorded. This is John Cannon speaking.